Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This is episode 57, and I believe that this is the end, because we are standing before the Throne of Want, and there's a fog wall here again, as you can see. Cool, my mic didn't shut off this time. Sorry about the last episode. That has been happening more frequently than I would like to have my mic turn off. But we're here. Ally. Now, was this from before? Because we chose an ally. We had two. This one, I believe, if I just put him right here. I mean, Razira is not a man, though she did have two sex changes very early on in the game, because I didn't know what that coffin did. But there is one here. Is it Vengarl? Well, you have a shield? Benhart? How do I get your armor set? But yes, we have gone to some places, and in the last episode, even though you could see it, you could see what I did for the most part. I did cut out, like, it was a 2-hour recording, and I cut it down to about 30 minutes. But see, a lot of that was going from shop to shop and buying stuff, including the armor set for Sir Alon. Then I was down in Frozen Aluum Lois, well, the old Chaos, grinding away to get the items that I had missed. Let's see. So I got the sword from Sir Alon, the bewitching Alon sword. Katana forged from the soul of Sir Alon. The captivating undulating design serves to enhance this weapon's mystical allure. Alon came from the east, from the land of reeds, and soon became the Iron King's most trusted knight. When he departed, the old Iron King bequeathed Sir Alon's name to his Iron Warriors, which we have fought a lot of. But then I had also picked up the Kurd Dragon Great Sword in the last episode. What else? I can't even remember. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Yeah, we don't have his shield, right? It'd be red. I didn't see anything that looked like that. Okay. Paranoid now. The Elan helmet. from the land of reeds, chose to serve a little-known and unestablished lord and helped him become the Old Iron King. Then, at the very peak of his sire's rule, Sir Alon set out again in search of lands yet unknown. He went to the lands between. He got his full armor set. Then, after we fought him, I got the last smelter wedge, as you saw. Believe it's Outcry that we got from Nadalia and taking all of those, I think it was 11 ashen idols down. This child of dark, bearing inconceivable strength, found herself in a kingless land devoid of souls, and in journeying there has all but condemned herself to a fate most wretched. Oh, that was the other person he wanted us to kill. What, Navlan, I believe his name is. It's like, so I bought this miniature ladder for like, what, 20,000 souls? And it was to show that guy that I killed him. Quote, killed him. But the only target that he wanted me to kill that I actually did kill was Kale. None of this matters. I have a decision to make. And I feel like, because I've actually never fought with Vengarl, that I should take him. And we should be Vengarl twins next to each other, fighting whoever is beyond this door. That's what my thought is. And I could be wrong. But both of these guys were here the first time we were here, and we fought the Defender and the Watcher of the throne. And so they're probably not back, right? And I don't know if this is a single fight or what, but I'm going to do it. Why are you that much bigger than me? I'm wearing your armor. Alright, let's do this. Whoa.
Brave undead, you have proven yourself to me. Now, be one with the dog.
And you are... Okay, good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Cursed? What is happening here? Mashandra? Why don't you come on over here? This guy's got the right idea. He's just standing there like, what am I doing? I'm so undead. I'm so hollow right now. He's almost gone. Hey, that was pretty good, lady. Hey, you stole my kill. It's good to work with you, sir. It's like, I can't leave. Well, I'm gonna go through all these because of curse. I did not care if I died to her or not. Oh, this is an annoying sound. Sorry. Did I get anything for that? Should probably also read that Abyss Seal. Ring of the Pilgrims of Dark Covenant. Increases the attack strength of hexes, but casting them reduces HP. What is dark? Perhaps we already know? We fear dark, yet find solace in it. Those who join this covenant can see the hidden dark chasm. Wait. So in the dark chasm of old, if I wear this ring, things will be different? Ring of Dragon Remnants Covenant. Slightly increases Estus Flask HP recovery. Possessing a dragon scale is proof of its owner's prowess. Strength should always be displayed boldly and meted out justly. Members of the Covenant who bear dragon scales can fight with one another. The survivor of the duel claims the dragon scale of the opponent. Now, I don't know if this is going to be like Dark Souls 1, where if there is another boss after this, which there probably is because of Vendrick, which I believe is who is next, even though we saw him down in the undead crypt. Well, who else would be on the throne at Drangleic Castle? Who, if it not be Vendrick? But anyway, after his defeat, at least back in Dark Souls 1, if I defeated, and I forgot his name. Anyway, the final boss of Dark Souls 1, I actually was going to leave and come back. I was going to do something else real quick, but as soon as I left, then I got the bad ending. So, that being said, I don't know if that happens here. And if it does, and this was a very short episode, but if it doesn't, then we will have a chance to actually do some more exploring, I hope. So I'd go back through, or I'd try my hand at the Cave of the Dead again, and I would go back through the Dark Chasm of Old, and maybe go through Iron Passage again. I absolutely hated that. I saw the boss. Can't possibly give me anything from that boss fight that would be better than anything that I have right now. I mean, there's just no way. Then I'm kind of over Broom Tower. And Broom Tower was definitely not my favorite place in all of Dark Souls so far. And I've hung out in Blight Town for a long time, so probably says a lot about me. Oh yeah, and the Cave of the Giants. The very dark area. Oh, that pissed me off. Not as much as Broom Tower does. So, I say let's go. Proceed to throne. See the other one said? Open thy doors, for we have a new king in town. Am I going to be walking on your heads? Or your headless corpses?
You who link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked, souls will flourish anew, and all of this will play out again. It is your choice to embrace or renounce this. Great sovereign, take your throne.
Queen Rosira.
What lies ahead, only you can see.
Why would you want to sit on a throne in a room like that? I don't get a choice? Shortest episode ever, even though the last one is 30 minutes long. Well, can I beat it by going 31 by talking for 8 minutes? Dark Souls 2. That's the end. That's the end of the game. So it should start us all the way at the beginning in things betwixt, correct? Just like Dark Souls 1 started us out in the Undead Asylum. I'm beside myself. I can understand why this game is not as well loved as, I want to say, the first and probably the third game, because people have expressed the fact that they don't like Dark Souls 2 as much as Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3. So, yeah, and I can see it. That hollowing mechanic, I could do without, honestly. That's just kind of a waste of my time all the time. It's like, look, I suck at the game. Just let me die. Don't punish me for dying. You know, I guess Curse in this sense was not as bad as it was in the first game, where you would die and then from Curse, and then you come back with half your health until you cured it. So, you know, and then you had this awful way to go ahead and cure it. But there was a mechanic behind it where if you were cursed, then you could fight the ghosts on your way to curing your curse. But I was so frustrated and upset and scared in Dark Souls 1 while being cursed. I was literally trying to get out of there to figure out if there, because I think that there was a merchant up top who could have sold me what I needed to cure my curse. But instead, I pretty much ran into Blighttown and then realized I made a mistake. Then I ran into the Gaping Dragon and beat him cursed. Then found my way out, because I thought that maybe the only way out was to fight the Gaping Dragon, and then that would he's like guarding an elevator that leads back up. But I was just stupid, because it was just down the hall. Doesn't matter. That's not Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, yeah, it took some getting used to with the curse mechanic and using the human effigies and whatnot. I mean, we still had 10 right there at the end, because I started using them way more towards the end of the game, because there's a lot of things that had to do with being human and not being hollow anymore. Like having Vengarl here fight alongside us in our final battle, I guess, after wearing his armor for the longest time. I'm trying to pay attention to the credits as they roll, just in case something pops up and I can change my camera back so you can see it too. Let's see, the other mechanic that I want to talk about, which I do not like, and I believe that they reverse course, because if it was something that that people liked, then it would probably be in Elden Ring. You know, like, I guess at first maybe people thought that it would be, because when Melina comes up to you, you know, for the first time, and she's like, hey. Yeah, Melina's coming up to you for the first time, and she's like, you can trade your runes with me to level up. I bet many of you got PTSD from this game, having to always go back to the Emerald Herald to level up, and you couldn't just do that at any bonfire, where the first game you could do it at any bonfire. But then again, the first game did not allow you to travel between bonfires, right? Oh god, I can't even remember. Maybe so. Maybe we needed the yeah. I can't remember. It's been so long, obviously. I mean, I've been growing this beard out for 9 months, but that's not when we started Dark Souls 2. I started it last summer. And here we are, almost at summer, so that would be 11 months of playing this game. Doesn't matter. Let's talk about Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has been fun, regardless of what I was just saying about how the game kind of puts these unnecessary mechanics in the way. But it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of Dark Souls 2. Fuck Broom Tower. That is one of, if not the worst area I have been in all of my From Software history. Let's see what else. The bosses. And you'll have to let me know down in the comments. Wow, this is loud. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you want me to do like a ranking system for bosses for like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Even Elden Ring, but I think that one should wait till after Shadow of the Erd Tree, so that we can get all of the bosses in there. Just like with Dark Souls 1. Because, you know, Knight Artorias, Manus, and Calamite, you know, those were DLC bosses. But they were not originally part of the game, so... though Artorias was talked about a lot, because we did have to fight his precious puppy Sif, which did not make me happy. I never liked doing that, because Sif's just being a good girl. So yeah, Dark Souls 2. We start out Dark Souls 2. Okay, it keeps doing this, by the way. It just keeps, like, going to black. Like that. What's going to happen? Air. Loading. And now we're here in Majula. And you're wearing the helmet too. Everyone's wearing the helmet. If you're playing Dark Souls 2 right now, pretty much alongside me, and you got the Vengarl stuff on, are you doing that because of me? Are you doing that to show that you guys are there in spirit? Everything's the way I left it. Sorry. We started out Dark Souls 2 by getting absolutely destroyed by the Pursuer. So he was my first actual tough boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wonder if he's got anything else to say about this, even though I did kill him. I did do that. I don't regret it. I don't know why I called him Kale.
Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it.
The death of lords.
It seems that all the flames have been lit. It makes me feel somehow... Wait. What am I doing here? Who are you again?
What?
It seems that it makes... Wait. Who are you again?
Don't worry about it. I didn't kill you. That wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I was just helping you. I'm your assistant.
You need armor? I don't... Oh. Are you sure? Well, I may sell out while you're away.
I actually don't give a fuck if you do. Because it's over. Everything's over. It's done.
I knew you. We call this place not to. It's just.
You know I've been here for
Lonely
like 105
times,
hours, right? Actually, it'd still be about 103. Acting like this is a 2-hour episode.
Bearer of the curse, until hope has... Those who come to drink, it happens to them all. That blue, although he does offer sound. Perhaps he is a foreshadow.
So I don't understand what's going on here.
You've been long away. Well, you
Anyone
see
got
that blacksmith?
anything
He's
to
poor,
say
no interest. Suit
about what I
yourself.
just did? Right, do I have all your stuff? You don't have a heavy soul arrow. We don't have soul spear barrage. We don't have magic weapon. Whoa.
Sorcery and but stay. Their ambitions were... There was nothing. Young pupil, do not take my teachings lightly.
Hello again.
Hello. I have 2 of some of these. Let me give you Vengarl's armor.
Master Carillion and Master, but he... Be safe.
Indeed. Oh, begin journey 2 to Drangleic. So I can continue. But what was my decision? So where was that one again? Huntsman's Copse, the Undead Refuge, right before. We go in there. There should be a dude. I don't know if he bought all the stuff from him. Ow.
The dark watches over you.
Magic barrier. Dark weapon. Great resonant soul. Resonant flesh. Resonant weapon.
Hexes originated here in ancient times. They were once a form of sorcery, but the practice was lost, then later rediscovered. Those devoted to hexes are a lonely lot, but nevertheless they give their life to their art. Such is the fate of we practitioners of dark. Come again, as you like. The dark is
always with you. May the force be with you too. Yeah, and we can only do it from the far fire. Okay. Makes sense. Strayed. Alright, so. Our first boss that we fought was the Dragon Rider Knight. And his halberd of great reach.
So, if you speak up,
all things considered, it's a giant lord soul. I just don't know how many I need.
feeble cursed one.
He's yelling at me. Again. Oh, awesome. We're over 30 minutes. But yeah, I'd say that Dragon Rider Knight is fairly easy.
well.
Where have I been? I've been sitting on the throne. Where have you been?
Very well. No pressure.
Who else can I get stuff from? This is a real cleanup episode. Wow, that was an underwhelming fight. Probably because I brought Vingarl. I honestly thought when she started putting out those little curse clouds, I thought that those were going to start summoning people. So I'm like, oh, I'm glad I have a +1. So, trying to think. So I would have to go. I mean, it's not hard to go back to, you know, one of the areas of dark. And I assume, yeah, okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check with this guy. I'm going to join his covenant, see if there's stuff to buy. If there isn't, then I'm going to go back to the darkness dude. Hi.
I've no use, Trottle. Let's see. Well, what have you need?
Fire whip.
Come back soon.
I don't believe I will. There is something I want to check here. Two things I want to check, actually.
Finally, now young up.
All those are taken care of.
May the dark shine your way.
And I was wearing the covetous silver serpent ring +1. Do I have to? I mean, I'm going to come back for that because I have a lot of runes. Runes? Why did I just say runes? I have a lot of souls. Who's next? That's right. Another Vengarl helm. You dare attack your lord! Unbelievable. Not my king. Sorry, not my queen. We're playing as Razira, and she will be considered queen or empress. The ruler of Drangleic now. Drangleic. It's very dark down here. So I didn't get a choice to do good or bad things. They're not together anymore. I can't cross over there. So it's like if I'm here at this point and there is no... No, I have all my items, right? Yes, I have the ring. What am I doing? I have the Ashen Mist Heart. It's been nice to be able to go around after credits roll in order to see everything again. We can go back down there and talk to that guy. Not in your throne room. Okay. I know. Stay focused. It's easier for us to fight our way out than it is to fight our way in from the Shaded Woods. Surprise, motherfucker. Oh yeah, this guy has stuff for sale too. Really need to remember everyone that sells stuff.
August, tell me if you should...
We have all that stuff that we haven't bought. That's fairly cheap. And we have that. We didn't buy all the miracles from the lady before she was killed. Yeah, fuck it. I'll buy this. I'm not really a dagger user. Or a shield user.
is this? Where am I? Who are you? And by whose permission do you... My lord made magnificent finding. He vanquished the four. Our king has watched over King Vendrick. Gone so soon. Be safe.
Nothing here. Who else? It's really stupid that the Rat Authority, or the Royal Rat Authority, well, anyway, that covenant, that it takes rat tails in order to boost your devotion to the Rat King. And yet, you can't get any rats without killing your people, or the other rats, which don't attack you when you're in that covenant. Still don't know why. Now I get it. Now I get it. But I felt like some of these were turning red outside of these being red. The red ones here are all the DLC. No merchant. Ow. There's still one spider. At least for the most part, fucked off at this point. We can trade, right? You want to trade, lady? Hey! Soul of Nashandra. Where? You need faith to use this bow. Obviously you need faith. And you need faith. Well, hold on.
Come again.
I did not read that. I didn't even see it. What color is it? Oh, there it is. The fragments of the abyss of untold origin nourished their beings by the sides of would-be monarchs. Perhaps they were simply ordeals on the road to kinghood. One day the flames will fade and only darkness will remain. Unless, of course, an heir arrives. Use the special soul of this prisoner of desire to acquire numerous souls or to create something of great worth. It's kind of hard to tell what I should do, even in like a new game plus.
What do you...
First, I want to buy something from you. You got stuff I can buy? There's that. And then how much do I need for... Need 40 faith for that. You know what? Let's go with the chime. And then that's all the souls.
Come back again if you find another soul.
I wonder if these people have anything to say.
Still determined as it. Do you wish? You must go? Well, I suppose, but if your will is yet unbroken, to start again. No, of course not. Now go along then.
The old women assist long ago, but now. The old long ago, but now.
So you know what I may do? I may use your ladle as a weapon. Javelin, I know you want something, some things of mine. Hey! That was the quickest turnaround I think I've ever seen someone like you make. Pathetic. Alright, Flamberg number like 3 that I got. Some of these prices are insulting, especially for like the Bewitching Alone sword. But we can always change the scythe, right? Didn't have to do any work on that twin blade, though it's not going to be better than my current one. And we got the Notched Whip +7, so let's get rid of that one. I don't have every armor set, which is obvious at this point. I do have a lot, though, especially of these guys' stuff. Charred. More pants. More pants. I've tried to sacrifice a ring. And that would have been funny. Yeah.
Many deal.
Yeah, it would have been really funny had my mic been on when I was actually trying to sacrifice a ring in the old chaos. So it's too bad, because I was in there just grinding away to try to get Sir Elon's armor and stuff and Nadalia's spell. And that just wasn't there. The Fume Knight. Gonna have to chalk that up as one of From Software's hardest bosses that I've fought. You know, he's up there with Melania. And Moog, who was tough for me. And some others. But I mean, like, there's more tough bosses in Elden Ring than there are in Dark Souls 2. But Pursuer and Fume Knight and who's that other one? Because there was like 3 that really gave me some trouble. I mean, would you say Sir Elon? Because I felt like we didn't fight him that often. Trying to think. Andromeda, who is my hardest bosses in Dark Souls 2? We're in the area where he's at. The Royal Rat Authority. With the stupid fucking dog. Dog wolf thing. I don't fucking know. It's a big, big dog. Oh wait, I wanted to see if I could buy some stuff from you. What I want stuff. Give me stuff. It is faster to go up to 100. What the fuck?
Many deal, many thanks.
Hold on. I've never had people just fucking knocking on my door and trying to piss my dog off, so hold on. Not for fucking 2 years, anyway. I want to say that those 3, the Royal Rat Authority, the Fume Knight, and the Pursuer, those are standout boss battles where I felt like that, like those were way harder than anything else I had done. So, alrighty, righty, lefty. Let's go back to Majula. Hang out for a second. Let's look out on the sea. So, I guess I'm gonna pose a question to you guys. Down in the comments, let me know if you'd like me to go live with some of those areas with you, so we can all hang out together. Also, let me know what a good time for you would be, like which day and which time of day. Let me know what your, your time zones are. That way I can determine which, like, if we have multiple in the same time zone, I'm probably going to, and around the same time, then I'll probably try to do that, even if you are on the other side of the world. I just would like to connect with you guys after all that, and the 2 episodes that had no mic audio in them. My mic's on, okay. And then, you can guide me to some of the things I may have missed. And you can see me try and struggle in real time. Because I haven't done any live streams since, was the N7 day? So November 7th? I think that was the last one that I did last year. But yeah, I mean, as I said before, if it's a game that I haven't played before, I will not live stream it. But if it's a game that I have played before, Dark Souls 2, then I'll play it in a live stream. So we can hang out. You can tell me all the things we missed, or you can guide me to where I need to be. And we'll defeat some bosses, like the Smelter Demon, for instance. I'll give it another shot if you guys will come and join me. So that's what I wanted to say. And possibly by then, because at time of recording, this is the day before the poll closes for keeping the beard or not. So I may not have a beard, and I may have a beard. So don't be freaked out. But it's always good to work with your, I want to say, your weaknesses. And in my case, one of my weaknesses just happens to be live streaming. So you gotta practice if you want to get better at it. Like, one of the things that I would always kind of struggle with is to pay attention to chat. So now I would like to pay attention to chat. I think that there's enough of you that have come in and seen literally every episode, including the bad ones. And I would like to hang out with you in real time. Back to the big camera. It's gonna be a while before we start Dark Souls 2, okay? I wanted to take a little bit of a break in between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Did I say Dark Souls 2 earlier when I said it's going to be a while before we get into Dark Souls 2? We just beat it. It's going to be a while before we get into Dark Souls 3. Not too long, but it's still going to be a bit of a break. You'll know. I'm just wanting to clean up other games and get them out of the way and clean up the reading that I've so needlessly put off and have been doing like for 2 years now. One book. It's stupid, I know. Because I want to move all that Mass Effect stuff over to the new channel. Which, if you're interested in Mass Effect, watch that video from yesterday. Which I know that I'm trying to do this at the time of recording, because yesterday is Monday for the video. But yeah, I put out a Mass Effect 3 Episode 1 video to continue Theodore's story, and we are in there, because I'm not going to say it here. If you're a true Mass Effect fan, you'd be watching it. You would see the new channel in there, in that video being announced, and then you would go to the new channel, which doesn't have any videos up right now, and subscribe, waiting for a new video, waiting for the first video. But yeah, lots of things ahead. But yeah, we are not by any means quitting the Dark Souls playthrough with, by not going into Dark Souls 3. I do have a story about Dark Souls 3, and I may have mentioned it in Elden Ring, I may have mentioned it in Dark Souls 1, and I may have mentioned it here in Dark Souls 2. But I'm going to go into great detail about Dark Souls 3 at the very beginning of Dark Souls 3, because at any other time, it's not going to be relevant. But at that time, it is. So, and if you guys don't watch the other videos and you just are waiting for Dark Souls 3, then I guess I'll see you in Dark Souls 3. Can't wait, by the way. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. And Bloodborne and Sekiro, and again, the rest of the Soulsborne-like games. From Neo to that crab one that was out there, the Lies of P, stuff like that. So I'd be extremely interested in playing any of those games. What I would say about Dark Souls 2 here is it does look much better than Dark Souls 1. It's a lot brighter. There wasn't... Dark Souls 1, and I understand that it's an older game, but, Dark Souls 1 has a certain color palette that just makes it seem dark and dingy and, not as vibrant and colorful as Drangleic here. Lordran is not like that. The parts that popped were underground where there was a bunch of lava around, so... And... yeah. Oh, and Ash Lake. Well... this game looks a lot better. Each area is way different. It's got their own things going on, much like Dark Souls 1, much like Elden Ring. It's just really cool to see kind of how they arrived at making Elden Ring's game mechanics from my journey so far through From Software's Soulsborne games. 2 down, 3 to go. Actually, 3 down, 3 to go with those, because Elden Ring is already done. I don't know if I'm going to do the DLC here on the channel, because there's going to be other stuff here. So I mean, I'm gonna play it, and everything I play I record. So I'll probably put together something for Shadow of the Erdtree. But I would really like to redo that playthrough of Elden Ring because of all the freezing and the terrible quality. But that may be well off into the future, because I want you guys to experience the game first, because that's why you come to channels like mine to watch people play for the first time, is to already have that experience and seeing as the game would be brand new. And I made this mistake with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, was that was the game I had chosen for apparently for this year, because I don't have a large budget to be out there spending all my money on games. I got rent and stuff too. I have a dog who's handicapped. Somewhat handicapped. She did tear her ACL in her right knee a little over a year ago. And we've been working through strengthening it back up, which means, it's one of the reasons we're about to end the video here, is because we got to go out there and continue that regiment of strengthening that knee. And that's how you bypass surgery, which may not work. But that's personal information that I don't mind sharing, because I've literally shared it at work. And wouldn't you know it, YouTube is also work. It's just work I don't get paid for. Dark Souls 2. It's not my favorite game, but we made it. Beat some of the hardest bosses, got through some of the hardest areas, wore Vengarl's armor through, I want to say like 80% of the series here. And really learned a lot about Dragon Lake. We learned a lot about From Software. We learned a lot about myself and these titles, because it's just the craziest thing. I never thought that I would be playing a From Software game. If you ask me, when did this come out? I don't know when Dark Souls 2 came out. But like, oh yeah, we also have Demon Souls. It's 3 games out of 3 games down, 4 to go. Not 3 to go. Forgot about Demon Souls. But yeah, I mean, like, the Dark Souls is infamous in gamer circles and people talk about it, so it's hard not to, be spoiled on something. It's like in the first game, it's hard not to be spoiled about Ornstein and Smough, because they said that that's the hardest boss in that game, and I didn't think so. Mine was Ceaseless Discharge. Yeah, I mean, like, if you would have asked me back then, I'd be like, I have absolutely no interest in playing From Software games. They're not for me. I don't like that kind of challenge. I just kind of want to play the game, right, and enjoy it for what it is, but it doesn't seem like I'd be able to do that with From Software. And I'd say that you're out of your mind if you told me in the future that I'd be playing all of these games and loving it. Yeah, wow. Elden Ring got me in the door. And at first with Elden Ring, I did 3 or 4 episodes here on YouTube. And was just struggling mostly with myself because I didn't understand how these games were, how they played. And then I was misled. I was told to go into the jaws of Agheel, the flying dragon, because they said go east. And that's what I did. And you know who's east besides Kaled? Agheel, like immediately. So he fucked me up quite a bit, and I quit the game. I uninstalled it. And then I watched Shoddycast's episode on Radon and his incredible strength that he has. And then he was talking about having a shield. And that's when I realized shield. And so for a little bit of Elden Ring in my first playthrough, I started back up as a vagabond. I had the heater shield that he mentioned in his video, and I never looked back. And 450 hours later, I want to say, I call it my number 2 game of all time. We all know Mass Effect is number 1. But my number 2 is Elden Ring. So that's awesome. And so after I beat the game the first time, I was looking to get my Platinum Trophy. And I did that here on the channel for my New Game Plus playthrough. And I was trying to do it with no summons, and I only summoned for Malekith, Godfrey, and Radigan. And then after that, because I got my Platinum Lust, so I just wanted it over with and I wanted to get the trophy. Instead of earning it the hard way, I will go back through it again. I'll probably do it here on the channel. We'll go through as a new character. And a new style of playing. But that's neither here nor there. All I wanted to say was, then I went into the epilogue of my New Game Plus stuff and we stopped doing the death count then, because I knew that it was just going to skyrocket. I defeated, I'm drawing a blank on his name. It starts with an R, because most of them do. The serpent. Andromeda, who's the serpent again? See, this is why we need to play it again. And that's why we have the new stuff going on. Rykard. And so we defeated him without a summon. Then I defeated Plakidusax, the Dragon Lord, without a summon. I defeated Moog, the Lord of Blood, without a summon. And then I said, I'm going to defeat Melania without a summon. I'm going to solo her. And so I said, if I could not do that, if I could not solo Melania, I shouldn't even start Dark Souls 1. Or any of the other games. Because I heard that she was the hardest one that they've ever created. Now, that's probably not true. I'm probably going to eat those words here in the next 4 games, but we shall see. Oh man, am I glad I did, because once I started doing Dark Souls 1 here, it's been smooth sailing. So it's been an absolute honor to bring Dark Souls 2 to you. And it's been an honor to play it, and I can't believe I sat on this for so long. By the way, wait for sales, by the way. I just said by the way twice in the same sentence. Wait for sales. because Elden Ring, and it was like the Game Award times, because of Elden Ring's success and Elden Ring winning Game of the Year, or at least being nominated for Game of the Year amongst like 7 other accolades at the Game Awards anyway, that there was a huge sale for From Software stuff. So I picked up Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and Sekiro, those 4, for under $60. I already had Bloodborne because PlayStation Plus gave it to us. And that's where we primarily play, because the computer is doing all of the recording work. But yeah, wait for sales. Play these games if you haven't. All of you have, so I don't know who I'm talking to. Spread the word. Dark Souls 3 is coming. Are you ready? Again, not right away, but are you ready? Because I am. It's going to be fun. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you want me to go live with this game, if you want to hang out and show me all the things that you've been holding inside this entire time. Not to spoil anything. Everything's over. It's all good. We're going to hang out and do a live stream together. And I think I might start doing that at the end of all these games, honestly. I think I'm going to start doing that. Or you could let me know if you'd like me to do the last episode, or at least where I would think that would be the last episode, as the live stream. And then if something like this happens today, where we defeat the boss, and then we literally talk for like an hour and 10 minutes more with interruptions and all that, then that would be fine too. I might consider that as well. Well, anyway, as it has been an honor, and I've said that many times, thank you humans so much for watching. I'll see you. Star said. Take care, everybody.